Hello and welcome to Play of the Night. I am your humble Dungeon Master, James J.C. Laird, and you are joining us for our playthrough of the module Curse of Strahd, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons stream. If you're not here for that, welcome. If you are here for that, thank you for returning. I have a couple of things I want to go into, but I'm going to introduce the players to those who are fresh and familiar. So we have Jasmine playing Air.
Hello.
We have Allura playing Eve.
What?
Wrong name. Playing Eve.
No.
Faye.
Oh, sorry.
It's
Faye. Sorry. There's too many. This is the problem when you've got 3 people in 4 different campaigns, all playing 3-letter names. So we have Allura playing Faye. We have Storm playing Forge.
Hello, greetings.
We have Robin playing Tendry.
Hello.
And we have Mask playing Ooh.
Guten Tag, or Guten Abend.
So I actually have a couple of quick things to reveal to all of you, the players. So I'm going to quickly hide a couple things, and I will invite you all to have a look at the stream, and you should be able to see it popping up sometime soon. We have our very first bit of fan art. We actually got someone contacted me and reached out, and they inquired about if there was a way that they could send in some information. I said absolutely, and here is the fan art. It should be popping
Hold
up
on, I'm
the stream
still
now.
loading.
Oh, it's nice.
I don't see
Awesome.
it.
That's
Where?
really cool.
Really? Yeah, I can see it. It's on the stream.
Send
Be on the
massive
stream.
props to the person who made that.
Yeah.
I know.
Thank you, random stranger.
Yes,
Say
thank
Tendy
you.
approves.
Wait, hang on, I'm trying to look.
It has the Tendy seal of approval.
We have the seal of approval from the cast, but I'm thinking, and this is something I've been working on trying to do, it should
Oh.
be our first emote for our Twitch chat. So if people who are watching along live think that that was a clutch moment or a wow, that was really cool, what they can do is they should be able to do play of the night, and it should come up with this emote if I've done it right. Probably haven't. If someone does know how to do it, then let me know, because I'm new to this, and all the help is much appreciated.
Wait,
But
what?
that all being said, let me remove that. We actually shall get into our game proper. If you were not here last week, I would highly recommend having a look at it, because there was some clutch moves and some clutch plays by everybody. But most importantly, Tendry was the man, the myth, the runaway legend who earned himself play of the night. So, could you, Tendry, Robin, please explain what happened last session and how we got to here? One quick thing before you start. Our guest player, Will, is on his way. He's having some technical difficulties.
Alright, I will do my best. Last session, what happened was we started at the what's their name? The Travelers Cabin, right? Not the Travelers, but the
Vistani.
Vistani. That's the one. Thank you very much. And we heard some rumors about kids who got kidnapped, so we decided that we wanted a piece of that. And we all headed in the direction that the rumors told us to go. We ended up meeting our guest player Will on the way, who informed us that there were hags who were going to eat the children, probably, sort of. He didn't really inform of us that, but he was very keen on getting to them. So we all together went to the mill where the hags were. Got into a bit of a shootout/fight. I got put to sleep for most of it, and then got knocked out for most of the rest of it. So great time. We got overpowered by the hag's mother showing up and hitting us with some very big magic. We all ran away, after which the hag screamed to us, we have an offer for you in return for the lives of the children, I believe. Come back in half an hour, or the children die. I believe it was something like that.
Indeed.
And that's where we left off.
Indeed, that is.
That's also where I got my play of the night, from the clutch running away powers that my Mantle of the Inspiration gave to everybody.
And thus, we dive into today's session. Now, I am well aware that half an hour in-game is very different from half an hour IRL. So, I'm going to give you the half the time, or up to half the time, to come up and make your argument, come to the decision as a group, and your group decision will influence what will happen going forward. You either take them up on their offer, do some questions, or you won't, and it is entirely up to you how you go about it. So you have 2 hours to come to a conclusion before the break, which will mean the children are killed if you do not do anything, or you'd work out some other fashion. So you have run from the mill, running in a fairly roundabout way out towards the tree line, as you were not sure how effective the protection circle of the protection from good and evil that seemed to have some form of weird aura around it. You're not sure how influential that would be in protecting you, considering these hags, now empowered by their coven abilities, were shooting lightning at you from a great distance.
We just forgot about it.
Into the tree lines and can see the mill, though you can clearly see that activity is going on inside the mill, perhaps the putting out of certain fires. Aside from that, you are bruised, bloodied, and dropping dice by the sounds of it.
I just flipped all of my dice onto me. That actually kind of hurt.
Opa! And with that klaxon of the dice roll, your time starts now. Role play away.
Okay.
We're just in the fucking woods, basically.
Yeah,
There is
I am.
nothing around you yet. There is just the woods, and you found for lack of better words, a gap where a tree might have once stood, and there is a small patch of sky overhead. There is very little. You do see a couple of ravens swooping around, as they seem to be interested in the kerfuffle.
I'm gonna probably be. I'm the first one in, right? Because I was up front.
Yes, you have 30 minutes, which would not be enough time to take a short rest. So obviously healing spells and such use away to heal those that are in direst need.
Oh.
But beyond that, yes, you would be the first one there.
Alright, I am going to cry. Basically, I'm going to hide behind a tree, and there's a few sniffles as Henry hides it from everybody and tries to collect his thoughts, as he just basically nearly died twice inside of the span of a minute. Shit, man! Fuck! I'm scared! Did you sign up for this? Was he gonna rise from the back?
I just come barreling through the underbrush. Ah!
Yes.
Ah!
Forge
I
is just
believe it would
leaning
be
against a
turning-
tree, panting.
Yes,
I'm
you're
sorry?
all there together, and you're all looking equally worn. I think. Remember, all of you, that you currently have 5 temporary hit points from Tendry's Mantle of Movement. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. And you
Mantle
have
of
your current
Inspiration.
HP. Thank you, Mantle of Inspiration. And you have your current HP. So some of you are probably looking a lot worse than others. All of you
Me! I'm crying for a reason.
Forge looks awful. Like, there is blood pouring out through holes ripped in the mail by the attacks. They do not look good.
Trendy's like in danger of losing a finger if he doesn't get it checked out, and maybe his leg as well.
I'll go pretend to be
That's the important part.
No, the finger's more important. I need that for my instruments, okay? Please.
I'm gonna heal you.
I will do the nice DM thing and ask if you have Prayer of Healing prepared.
No, I don't.
Nope.
Well,
Rare of healing? What is that?
10-minute cast, but it heals everyone.
Alright.
Oh,
I can.
no, I just have a bunch of cure wounds.
I have healing word and I have a bunch of spell slots, but
Okay, who needs
That is
healing?
it.
Raise your hand.
Literally
Yeah,
everyone raises their hand.
Yeah, Forge
Just-
how
is
many?
Holy crap, that's
How
a
about
little
Faye?
bit more than I can do.
Faye, do you raise your hand?
Yeah.
Everyone's hurt. Okay, we got
How
one,
many spell slots do
two,
you have?
3,
Above?
4. I can cast it once on everyone except myself.
I'm fine. There's lightning scars all up my body, and a little bit of melted shell. I'm fine.
Forge.
You guys
Yeah,
do.
Forge is. You can
Who
see.
looks the most hurt out of everyone
I-
here?
Can I do anything with my bard stuff? Hold on. No, that's for rest. Fuck.
The thing is, looking around, Forge is like, if I had a bit longer, I could help patch everyone up. But we've got 30 minutes. We
Alright,
can't.
so
Alright,
Minutes for what?
We have
I
to go
will-
back.
I will heal everyone with one spell, yes? Except myself. So that's 1d4 plus my spellcasting ability, which is my charisma, right? Yeah.
yep.
So that's a 5. That's pretty good. Oh. Do I just roll them separately or just roll once?
Roll 1d4 plus 5, and that's what everyone will get.
Alright.
The mighty GM is generous. Bow before the mighty GM.
Hello? Dice man?
Hello?
Technical difficulties once again.
Always and forever.
What happened?
He
Apparently
rolled,
Not reacting.
roll the dice rolls. Roll it in roll 20 then.
Alright.
Yeah.
I will roll a d4. Hold on. D4. Huh, that's 6 HP to each of you.
At this point, I'll take it. I am
Yeah.
a freaking paladin I'm on 16 out of 43.
I'm on 5!
How much do we get?
6.
Everyone gets
6.
6.
And I'm
Sweet.
all out of spell slots. I look pretty exhausted after singing a song in front of everyone and like patting everyone on the head to heal them.
Who's the
I
most
imagine it's
hurt?
probably more of a. You take your deep breath to take to start singing. It's just a, and everyone feels invigorated because of the laughter more than anything else.
At this point, yes.
Just go.
I
Terry, you
mean-
should have saved that for yourself. I didn't need it as much as you.
No, you guys. I think I don't think I'm that useful in a fight after all.
Alright. I'm gonna heal
I'm just gonna
Tendry.
stay back a bit.
Tendry, hold still. I'm gonna slap a hand on him and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Does any of you happen to have like a light crossbow I could borrow?
No, I gave that to.
Irina.
Thank you.
That's
Irina.
Tendry, you get 14 hit points.
Oh, you're amazing. Tendry like hugs you as you heal him.
And then I have a few more first level spell slots left if anyone else needs healing.
Oh, my fingers. It's connected again. I will
What did
string
you
my
say?
boots.
Say 1 second there, Tendry. What'd you say, Forge?
Sorry.
Forge just slumps back up to the tree, pulls off the helmet, and there are, much like Aku Uno, there are lightning scars. They're currently trying to work a piece of mail that seems to have fused due to the electricity. It's like,
Can I do a medicine check to see who out of all of us is the most hurt? Is that the kind of check that I do?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Thank you.
That is precisely how you in-game metagame. Well, depending on what you roll.
Medicine. 18.
18. Everyone can explain what their hit point is currently.
I'm pretty good now. I'm at 19 out of 28.
Okay.
15 out of 41 with 5 temporary.
Okay.
I also have the 5 temporary.
Forge?
16 out of 43. I'm fairly certain the 5 temporary got annihilated by the lightning bolt for me.
I think you
No,
got
you
it again
should.
when we
You
ran
should
away
still
last
have.
time.
Yeah, you should
Because
still have.
what
Okay,
happened was
Uh,
we escaped from my bonus action.
Faye? How many?
17 out of 47.
Okay, so I have 3 spell slots, and the people who are the most hurt are me, Forge, and Ubo. So I'm going to use my last 3 first level spell slots to heal Forge, me, and Ubo. Cure wounds.
Roll,
Do I roll 3 separate rolls or just one?
No, just do one. Just do one to save the time.
11. We each get 11.
Thank you. Oh, I can breathe
yes.
again. Oh.
Ugh.
What happened, guys? I mean, we were breaking in against the door, and then it went open, and I can't really remember what happened after that. And then I woke up, and you guys were all in there.
You got knocked out by some kind of spell. We woke you. I woke you up. As soon as
I remember that. You're heavy, man. Don't step on me again.
it worked, didn't it?
Next time, just like slap me. You nearly
I
broke
did
a
with my
rib.
foot. Anyway, that's unimportant. Like
It is important.
it's
There are
important. It's
children.
less important than other things.
My well-being is a very big concern, my friend.
When are we coming back here?
Now we
Yeah.
have to go back and save the children.
What?
Well, yes, but we can't exactly take them on right now, and
Well,
They're
we're not going to
offering
take
us-
them on. They're going to kill the children in 30 minutes if we don't go back now.
I feel like I feel like that's a ploy.
I feel like
It's-
we will die if we go
And
back
you'd
there.
risk innocent children's lives.
Well, whatever they get us to do is going to cause more darkness and suffering on the people of this land.
How do you know that?
They're hags.
How can you...
They are eating the babies.
We need to
There
save
is-
them.
I agree, we do. But if we die, or if we end up causing other children to die, what's the difference?
I don't think we can save anything right now, to be honest, Air.
When she's not talking about fighting them, she's talking about
we
making
should
some
just
kind of
hear
deal.
their
They are
deal.
offering us a deal.
Well,
They said that
if
they
we
would
don't
save
want to take
children.
it, what if we don't want to take it and they murder us while we try to get away?
At the end of the day, we can always kill the hat. We can always take the time to rest up and then go back and kill them. Once
We can hear their deal, pretend to go along with it. If we don't like it, we can kill them.
No, hags would
Is that
put
how-
some kind of... Sorry, let me finish, Tendry. Hags would
Sorry.
put some kind of gias on us. They would enforce it if we agreed.
We
They
can't
are-
move the children.
I was
We
gonna
can't- and
ask-
If
we
we
can't-
don't go back in 30 minutes, they're all gonna die.
And they were going to die before we failed to kill the hags.
How can you
I
go
want
back
to save.
to the
I want to
orphanage
save.
and look all of those kids in the eyes, knowing that we could go back there and talk to the hags and save a bunch of children? How can you do that?
Then how? All right. Well, then once the deal is done and we've done the terrible deeds the hags want to do us, how can you
How
look
do you
at
know
us in
that
the
they're
eye?
terrible deeds?
Because they're hags. That's what they do.
always refuse the deal.
How do you know they won't kill us if we do that?
Tendry makes a fair argument.
I don't. But at the same time, we are in no state to take on a full coven of those things.
Well, yeah, we noticed. I mean, I nearly lost my finger, man. It's serious. I don't think we could go back there and survive if we piss them off again.
We don't piss them off then. We go back, we listen to their deal, we save the children.
The only way to
Listening to their
Okay,
deal
okay.
isn't gonna save the children. We're gonna have to do the deal to save the children. What if they ask us to murder the parents?
What if they ask us to do something simple and easy? Then we save an undisclosed number of children's lives.
Do you trust them to do that? Do you honestly believe that they would, if they would ask us to do such a thing, if they couldn't do it themselves?
Whatever they will ask of us will be something they cannot do themselves. Therein lies our negotiating room.
Exactly. We can hear them out. We can find a way around it if we don't want to do it. We have Lythander, we have Bahamut, we have Ayun, we have whatever your god is.
Ilmater.
We have all of these gods on our side.
Nothing good can come of this.
Nothing
But
good
if
can
you
come of
want-
letting children die.
Correct. Nothing good can come of either of these things. They are both two evils, and we are forced to choose. Unless someone has a creative solution to come up with.
Well, we definitely can't kill them. They're way too powerful
Wait.
now.
Wait. You know what would stop them from killing the children? The children
No.
being snuck out the back of the windows.
We have 30 minutes.
30
How
minutes
do you
to go
We
back
expect
don't
to
to
even know
do
where
die.
the
that?
children are.
But
I knew.
presumably, we saw the first and second floor, presumably on the top floor.
I don't know. I don't think that's possible.
We go and listen to the deal. Someone else sneaks in.
Who's stealthy enough to sneak in successfully?
Everyone looks at
Not
me.
me. I look at Tendry.
You look at
Then I
Tendry,
look at-
and Tendry stumbles with his sword and
Then I look at- then I go,
drops his
"Oh, wait."
loot.
I then look at Faye.
I can do this if it is needed.
Do you think?
You hear
Okay.
the rustle of feathers, and a large black raven lands on a tree in the direction of the hags and begins cawing at you.
I really hope that's not a familiar. Do hags have familiars?
Guys,
I
I
don't.
think we should get away from
Someone
here.
said something about them being the souls of the dead.
Souls of the dead.
Maybe.
Can
I
I-
don't know.
Go up to the raven and like try to give it a ration to see if it takes it.
Its head cocks rapidly to the side, and a large avian eye looks at you. It then flutters down a couple branches, but moves slightly away from you. Then looks over its shoulder and looks back at you and caws.
Which
Wait,
direction is it pointing in?
Wait.
Can you roll insight on animals?
Do I need to? It wants us to follow it.
I don't trust the bird.
Listen, what if this? Okay, someone said that the ravens flying around were the souls of the dead. What if this is one of the dead children telling us that it wants us to go help the other children?
Maybe.
Well, I don't want to go back there just to get shot up by a bunch of spells and
They
die.
won't kill us. There's something they want us to do for them.
Yeah,
They need
they-
Still
us.
have to write my
She may-
saga.
She's correct. They
You
clearly
can
want
add
us
this is
alive.
like a brilliant chapter in your saga.
Welcome to the low point, Tendry. We'll bring it to a good crescendo later. Can I just walk closer to the?
brave, our running was he.
Brave Sir Tendry, he ran away.
Can I just walk closer to the raven as if I mean to follow it?
Yep, as you do so, it does a similar pattern again and hops a couple branches further, and you can now start to see the windmill through the branches of the trees. Make a perception check for me.
Okay. 17.
You see what looks to be one of the hags standing a distance from the tower, hands calmly clasped in front of it. But the way that the wind is moving and the way that the grass and the trees are shifting, yet the hag's hair and robes do not, you gather this is some form of illusion, perhaps the way to interact and hear the deal.
They've got some kind of illusion up there. That seems to be our talking point if we wish to listen to the deal. Generally, if you're so worried about them attacking us when we go to hear it, which, fine, we can go hear the deal. We could always just send a single representative.
Not
Then
it.
you come back.
I can go.
I will also go.
Do we want to say no? If they got the illusion outside, they're watching the children inside. Damn it!
Exactly.
We may as well all go then.
All right, but
You can stay
No.
here if you want, Tendery. I'm sure you'll be
no,
safe.
I'll come. I'll come with you. Being alone is scary too, you know.
I
What if a
don't like
wolf
this one
comes?
fucking bit.
No.
Nothing good will come
I'll
of it.
stay. I'll stay behind you, though, Obo.
Yeah.
We take the. This is the least. At present, seems at least the least worst option of the ones we have. There are no good options.
Lead the way.
Yeah. Let's go.
You climb up back from the forest, moving out onto the dead, dying, and decayed grass that surrounds this hillock top with the mill behind it. As you begin to approach, the illusion doesn't seem to take notice of you until you are within about 30 feet, at which point it opens its eyes and looks at you. Ah, you have come. Good. Do you wish to hear our offer?
I just silently fold my arms and I'll let the others talk.
Go on.
You are interested in the saving of lives? Well, we are interested in the knowings of the castle. We wish you to take an object into the castle and deliver it to Cyrus Bellevue. He is a servant in the castle, and he will know what to do with the trinket. All we ask is that you deliver it. You may return, and the children will be yours.
In what condition?
Alive. Well,
Unhurt.
they will be returned to you in the condition they are present. Lay. I'm trying to think of how she would word that. As in,
Yeah.
the state
And
they
what
are in
can-
right now
and
is
what-
how they would be returned to you.
And what condition are they in currently?
She moves her hand and an illusion appears in her palm. You can see 5 children of varying ages, one of them seeming about the age of 4. All of them look healthy, if not slightly malnourished.
And if we do this, will you continue to kidnap children, or will you stop?
I have a business to run after all. You were one of my best customers, if I do recall.
I'm just gonna throw the nasty moldy pies at her feet.
What a
I'm
pity.
how do the illusion of the children? How do their eyes look?
Make an insight.
Natural
I have to say
20.
this is probably with a disadvantage, though, because it is an illusion showing you an illusion.
That's reasonable. I'm surprised I can get anything. That's a 19 instead.
19. You gather that the children are sad. They don't look terrified. They don't look in pain in the illusion. One of them stands out, though, as something you have seen in a drunk man's eyes.
I thought so.
One of them, at least.
Yeah. I'll say, would their souls remain intact?
We have no use for souls, just the flesh. But we have further use for this. We even have ways to secure your safety into the castle.
So you seek for us to enter the domain of the Lord of this realm.
You are already in the domain of the Lord of this realm. What matter is it if it is in a hut or a castle?
Tell us about
What
the
is this
castle.
trinket? What is this trinket that you need us to deliver? What does it do?
That is beyond the purview of our deal. But, for honesty's sake, it is something we will use to scry.
Insight?
Go
Is
ahead.
that actually what it's used for?
Go ahead.
Does Dice Mana work yet? Yes, I rolled a natural one.
Tendry the bard, brave was he, cursed by the gods to never roll a 20, it would seem. Yep, absolutely truthful. Clearly, very truthful, absolutely. You believe it wholeheartedly what she has just said.
Whatever the purpose of the object,
Who are you scrying on?
the castle itself.
Precisely.
That I will insight, but I don't believe because I don't believe a fucking word they're saying. I think this is all half truths.
Okay.
17.
I don't know. I think they're pretty truthful.
When Forge said the castle itself, it was as if she was seizing upon something she actually hadn't thought of, and that in itself might be a better way of going about whatever her mission is. So the castle is definitely part of it, but suddenly her plans just shifted and expanded. That widening of the eyes as she looked at Forge was precisely, as in, that I will use now.
Okay, let's go.
Oh man.
Well, you know my stance on the matter, but I will say this seems to be not what I had expected.
And
Fully.
how do you intend to ensure our safety into Castle Ravenloft?
We have a letter, an invitation by the Lord himself. It promises safe passage.
Why is this something that you can't do? Why do you need us?
Intense stack.
Are you afraid?
I would prefer to keep that beyond the purview of our deal, unless you wish to add something to your side for this information.
I spit.
I will take that to be a no.
Well then, what say you all?
What choice do we have?
Wait.
You
I
all
would agree.
the choice in the world, my dear paladin. But what would your god of justice think of you walking away when you could do something? I would gather not very favorably.
There is a twitch from Forge, like a palpable twitch.
I have
And
one
then
proviso.
Then I may have one in return.
One of your daughters killed my mayor. I would like you to provide me with the materials to cast a spell again. Seeing as it's, you guys were the one that killed him.
If I agree to this, will you agree to the terms that I laid forward?
I'm gonna look at the rest of the party.
Do you mean the terms you've already laid out, or would you be adding more?
I am happy with the terms as they stand.
Like I give a long pause and then a very slow, small nod.
And you
She
won't
looks at-
kill us after we do this for you?
She looks at Tendry.
Tendry is like, as she looks at him, his knees kind of like click together in fear, and he goes, yeah. If you guys are all okay with it, I'll follow you guys.
And you, dark elf. Looking at Faye.
I'll give a nod.
Paladin.
Forge looks this is like Forge is giving this. They are giving this hag a full up and down, and then they just nod.
And as for you, dragon blood, that is not part of the purview of our accord. Do you accept the mission in return for the children and your trinkets?
Yep.
You all feel this kind of pressure starting to build in the back of your neck as you agree as a group. Very well. We have the terms. We just now have a time frame to agree upon.
Who knows the way to the castle?
We need to rest before
That
we
too.
take such a step.
I will grant you a week to accomplish this task, in which time you are not to return beyond the fort. And she gestures behind her at the mill. If you approach or intend to circumvent from one end of the valley to the other, the deal will be broken. You shall suffer the consequences of such actions. Agreed?
All right.
Did she get a nod from all of you?
Yeah.
And you won't approach us either.
Agreed. And once the you feel the pressure starting to rise up. It's now kind of like touching the bottom of your skull. And now, for your collection of your bargain, the children, the items will be delivered to the center of the village of Barovia for your own collection.
Okay.
Not the center. The orphanage. Just outside it. I'm assuming it is as easy for you as does the center.
She was meaning the village of Barovia, rather than the land of Barovia.
Okay.
So you can have them delivered there, unless you would prefer another location.
We want. Isn't the orphanage in Valaki?
The orphanage is in Valaki, yes.
Okay, I say. Could these children were gathered from Valaki? Yes. Could you not return them there?
Not all. Actually, These children were not collected from Valaki. I presume you wish to return them to their generous households in the village. She gives a very cruel, malicious smile at that.
No, actually, we prefer you to bring them to the orphanage.
Very well. They will be delivered to the walls. We cannot move them inside.
Good enough. Were they in sight of the guards, where they can be seen and kept safe?
They will appear from the mists when you yourselves arrive on the outskirts.
Good. That leaves them that'll leave them unharmed.
Do you have a map to the castle by chance?
She just kind of gives this laugh.
No? Okay.
We saw it on the way in. It's by Barovia. Correct, JC?
Yep.
Yep. We can find
Okay,
our way
well,
there.
Shall we go? Let's go.
Not right now. We should go back to the town and rest.
Are there
No, I
any...
think we should head out immediately.
Hold on.
As I said, your travels to the castle are guaranteed to be safe. Why wait?
Excuse me.
I'm tired.
Go away from the microphone
Hi.
or cover your mouth.
My bad.
We can't
Let's
go
go.
back to town.
Hold.
yet.
Are those all of the terms and agreements?
So, deliver the trinket within 7 days. If not, then suffer the consequences. You cannot move back towards Valaki or past the tower once the deal is set. So you're kind of stuck in that section of Barovia.
Don't we have to go past Balaki to get to Barovia right now?
No, the mill is between the village of Barovia and Valaki. You've been traveling.
Okay.
You've been effectively traveling towards the castle to hit here.
So we can't go back to the Lanky and rest.
No.
Correct. Yeah.
Is there a reason for that? Why doesn't she want us to go back to Valaki?
Get it done as quickly as possible, I suppose.
Because we could inform
so-
other people of it.
Let me just
Give us 7
clarify. So to clarify the terms for you, so we're not leaving any roleplay finagling here. Your agreement is that you will deliver the trinket to Cyrus Bellevue inside Castle Ravenloft within 7 days.
Cyrus
You cannot
Bellevue?
Bellevue, yes. You cannot return
Bellevue.
beyond the mill, as in you cannot return to Valaki. You've got the 7 days to do it. The children are to be kept exactly as they currently are in all ways, including the soul, and will be delivered by magical means, it sounds like, through the mists, and they will appear when you yourselves appear on the outskirts of Valaki. They will appear walking through the mists, and they will be there for you to collect and do with as you please.
All right, I got that noted down. As Dendry scribbles in his book.
They're also going to supply the materials required for the resummoning of a familiar. Once the deal is complete, that is it. There is no lingering effects, deals, side bargains, or addendums, and as such, your accord will break, and you will then be free to slay one another as much as you would like. And even in the meantime, the only thing that is stopping each of you from really doing that is the knowing that if something breaks on either side, then negative consequences befall upon you. Though that part has been left vague, though you can probably fill in with your imagination what it will be. Those of you that know anything about hag deals.
I just have one question.
Is this in-game or out-of-game?
In-game.
Okay.
Is there any particular reason you don't want us returning to Vallaki before we set out?
It is to ensure that your movements are in accord with the timeline.
Does it take 7 days to get to the castle from here?
Roll a religion.
Can I jump in on that as well?
Certainly. You were the one that found this out last time.
Am I also allowed to roll religion?
I will.
19.
No, don't worry. Don't worry.
3.
Air, as a person who, ironically, actually, Air, as you're a person that is very steeped in contracts and legalese, you can gather, infer, and have limited knowledge surrounding the fact that these sorts of contracts have to, on the hag's part, have to be given in a way that can be completed. So, by doing this and kind of blocking you from returning to Vallaki, she is ensuring that the timeline that has been set out can be achieved on your end. It is kind of like the part of the pact. I can't remember the name that Asmodeus came up with. Pax something. Pax Primeval. Part of the Pax Primeval. Both sides of the contract need to have an upholding element to it. Obviously, you can meddle in and affect and try and make the person fail as much as you want. However, there must be also the fact of it must be achievable. So if you were to return to Vallaki and then do other things and then move out, the chances of that's the contract succeeding diminish. So this might be her way of ensuring that she is sticking as finely to that band as possible.
It's not.
Go on.
It's not because she's going to do something to or in Vallaki.
That's you can certainly infer that. You don't know that for sure. What you do know for sure is she is stopping you from going back to Vallaki to ensure that you're able to complete your half of the contract as is demanded of her giving the contract.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that the people in Vallaki would be safe because I didn't really understand why she wouldn't want us going back unless she was doing something sketchy there.
I would like to see. Have we already agreed the timescale, or did we just she state one and we were like,
I don't
and
think
then
we've agreed to timescale yet.
did we? Okay.
Timescale.
It had to be that the timescale is part of the completion.
No, I was just going to suggest we make it add an extra day or two. But that was all. But it's fine. If we've already agreed to it, then I'll leave it.
I'm supposed to pick up the stupid toy in Vallaki in the next day.
That's delayed now.
Hold on to it for you.
Good.
I think we should get.
Not like a lot of people are going to come and demand toys. The one person.
Is there any chance that I can get the materials for my owl now?
You did not state that in your agreement.
You're right, I didn't. That's annoying. Maybe I can find someone to.
Oh, just have them sent with the children.
That is part of that is part of the agreement. They will be sent with the children. So, with that, the agreement is formalized, and you feel this pressure creep up to the top of your head, build slightly, and then recede until it is unnoticeable unless you are deliberately searching in your own head for it. You can feel that pressure is sitting there. The hag grins. Well, I look forward to hearing of your success. And
you should smile less. You look disgusting.
With a pop, she disappears, and on the ground is a what must be like horsehair or coarse sackcloth necklace with a wooden bauble on the front of it, and underneath it is a folded envelope.
Okay, pick it up. What's in the envelope?
It's the invitation.
It is
yes.
it is Strahd's dinner invitation. If you feel free to search that up, or I can try and show it to you. But with my limited screens, I might accidentally show things I don't want to show. So I would recommend that someone else.
I think you have shown that to us before. At least part of
Strahd
slightly
it.
dinner
different.
invitation text.
I'll
I've
look
just
that up,
pulled it
it's
up.
fine.
Yes, please.
Oh, okay.
Yes, please. It's slightly different from the text I've shown you before. The text I showed you before is Kolyan Indirovich's letter.
Yeah.
That is slightly different from Strahd's dinner invitation.
I've put Strahd's dinner invitation in. If I'm not mistaken, this is the dinner
indeed.
invitation.
Yes. Air, would you like to read it out for everyone's benefit, including those watching?
Okay, hang on. I have to open it in a different tab because it's not big enough. My most cherished friends, it would seem. Oh,
Congratulations.
congratulations are due. Once again, I am deeply impressed by your tenacity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Perseverance.
I can't read that.
Would you like to take over then?
Yeah.
Hugo?
In the face of such daunting challenges, Valaki has not been graced by the presence of your something in many
Caliber.
decades. Okay, Caliber. Okay, yeah. Indeed, I find it most fortuitous that my beloved Irina found herself in your talented company at the very moment she chose to leave her family home. This doesn't feel like a letter he sent to the hags. Huh.
No, this doesn't. This sounds like a homebrew one, to be completely truthful.
Yeah.
Anyway, I know from memory, I don't have it directly word for word. I will try and find it, but it basically says that you are cordially invited to dine with Strahd von Zarovich. Your travels will be swift and without trial. A carriage can be sent for you. Simply request it of the night sky, and you will be transported to the castle. Enjoy me for drinks and dining.
That's creepy.
I found the right one, but we got the idea. So
Yeah, it's fine.
okay, well,
Can you upload the right one so we can see it?
sure. Yeah, I'll put it in the same chat.
I don't know.
There's the-
don't know that one that it was being read. It sounded right until you started going into the town of Alakan.
But whatever, it's fine. We got the gist. It's good enough.
So, guys, shall we head out and find a place to set camp? I don't really want to set up camp close to here, to be honest. So, who knows which direction to go? I'm terrible with directions.
This way. Let's go.
Okay,
Let's be done
well-
with this as soon as possible.
Yeah.
You circumvent the radius of the estate, for lack of a better word, and make your way onto the old Svalovich Road. It is becoming evening, and I will ask how and what way you wish to sleep for the night, unless you wish to invoke Strahd's carriage to deliver you.
Shall we set up camp, guys?
Are we being watched?
Probably.
Shall we set up a camp for the night? Let's see if we can find a spot, yeah?
Sure. We can call
I'll
that
make
carriage-
us. I'll make us all some food. We'll have a nice rest, and tomorrow we'll make some good progress.
We can call that carriage tomorrow night.
No, that sounds really freaky, man. I don't like the thing.
Congratulations. It's creepy, but it'll also help us fulfill the deal faster, and I doubt it'll actually kill us.
I don't know.
Why would he?
Anything could kill me at this moment.
I think you're letting your fear guide you. It's clouding your judgment.
Well, never been that brave. I try, but
Then I'll be brave for you.
I died nearly twice.
No,
I fell asleep once, but
You nearly got
I was
knocked
scared
out.
too.
You merely were unconscious. You were fine.
It felt like I died.
What does Tendry?
Scary.
I don't
Yeah.
have the energy to argue with right now, so I'm going to go to bed now.
Alright, I will start setting up my own
Wait.
personal 2-people tent.
Hang
And
on.
afterwards, go cook food for everybody.
Would
I think we should talk before we go to bed.
Well, we haven't gone to bed yet. I'm just saying that I'm doing this while we're
Ubo's
talking,
going.
so that
He said that he's gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
Well-
I'm setting up a bedroll. I am lying on it. I'll just say I'm listening. I'm just going to lie here for a while.
can someone grab some wood for the campfire, quick? No, I'll do it when I'm done.
I'll go and get some camp wood.
Oh, you're a darling, Faye.
We're such a disorganized group. I'm gonna go.
That's
I will say,
right,
for the sake
okay.
of brevity and for the sake of ease, that slowly, painfully, and with some level of begrudgment, you manage to gather yourself into a loose facsimile of a camp. You are by the roadside, and for the first time since entering the lands of Barovia, the night is completely, deathly silent. No wind, no breeze, no crickets in the trees, and no
Alright.
wolves.
Can I roll a perception or something to see if, I feel like I'm being watched, or to see if there's anything possibly watching us?
Certainly.
While she does that, I take up my flute and I take a deep breath. I look into the fire and I play the little western tune there.
Very good question. 18.
You're not sure. It's a difficult thing to really discern if you're being watched in a land that is ruled by a person that is known to be the land.
Mm-hmm. I just was curious if the hags were watching us.
Oh, okay.
Can I investigate the trinket thing that they want us to deliver? I want to
Certainly.
figure out its actual purpose and how it relates to the scrying spell that she talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Is that an arcana?
As you try and focus on it, it is as if you just feel your mind just doesn't want to. Like, you look at it and you turn it over in your hands and you feel the polished wood and the coarse cloth, and as you go to try and bring it close to your eyes, you just feel like a bit of a headache coming on, and the weight of the day is now pressing upon you. You just can't be bothered.
They never said we had to deliver it intact.
I don't think that's a good idea.
There's a low chuckle from Ubo.
They didn't.
I don't know if I want to try that boundary right now.
Yeah, but they can't hurt us. They guaranteed us free passage.
I don't know how you have energy after getting your ass kicked that much as much as the rest of us, but I like the idea. But for now, I need rest. I need to recuperate. And I need to meditate on this for a while.
Here, have some food, Ubo.
Same.
Ubo does not move. Ubo is still lying face down.
No, I put a bowl of food right next to your head. Whenever you want it, it's there. And I start reaching out, giving out food to everybody that wants
Thank
it.
you, Tendry. I appreciate it.
No problem. It's the little things. Die, eat, sleep, repeat.
Forge takes the time to remove the hauberk of their armor. You notice that they don't remove the shows. And
You
they
may
are
need to explain
basically
that for a few people, myself included, actually.
so the shows they are basically leggings made of chainmail. So they cover up to the base. They're basically chainmail stockings.
They tie on to the rest of
Gentleman's
the
part
armor.
armor.
They tie on underneath underneath everything.
It's
And they
it's
take
to
about
hide
30
the
minutes
bits
on their
that you
own to get
can't
on and
play.
off.
It's so that like the inside of your knees and the
Yeah.
bits that you can't plate on your hip, like the inside of your
Okay.
crotch.
Yeah, so Forge just sort of pulls out a set of tongs and some
You need
extra
help with that?
links and just starts fixing holes.
Okay.
No, I've been doing this for a long time.
Oh, you look pretty good at it.
Thank you. It's my profession.
Shall I play you a song on my lute? It'll help you work.
If you wish.
All right. And my 25 performance, I think my song is beautiful. It has no lyrics because Tenry is still kind of half shitting his pants. So
I still have that priest, the priest of Abubis fiend summoning book thing from the house, and I was wondering if I can look in it for anything about hags, even though I know that it's like a lot of the information in it is wrong, but I want to know if there's anything on hags in it.
Certainly. Go ahead.
What do I roll for that?
That would be an investigation. You're investigating the
Investigation. Ooh. Investigation 25.
25. Through the random esoteric Lucifer worshipping emo kid stuff, you do find some kernels of information. Hags are not universal in their type, and they are not universal in their power. They range and vary. There is a hag for every season, there's a hag for every domain, there's a hag for most types of interaction that you could think of. Depending on the hag type, depends on the power.
Is there anything about baking hags in here?
Not in there, no.
Damn it. Alright. Are there like, does it list the different hag types?
It says, as I said, there are a range of them, from
So it doesn't say,
sea
so we
to
can't figure out which
land
one.
to swamp. It's you can find hags in anywhere that you would imagine an old crone would live. There's no such thing as a city hag, for example. You wouldn't imagine that.
Is there anything on hag deals?
No,
Nope.
there is not.
Okay.
wow, I never thought we'd get so royally thrashed on our first day out. To be honest, people, I thought our saga would get off to a better start. The
like
dark days hit early.
half muffled because my head's on a pillow, and just like, we're all gonna straw somewhere.
Tenry actually laughs at that. Well, that's true. I'll try to be brave, but I do want to live. How else am I gonna write the saga?
Yeah.
Anyway, good night, Ubo. You seem to be half asleep already. I'll take the first watch, I guess. Who wants to take the second?
I will take the second.
I don't think we need watches.
Just in
We
case.
should take them just in case.
I don't really feel comfortable if we don't, so please, let's... any more?
I'll take the third, I guess.
Thank you,
I'll take the fourth, I guess.
Okay, thank you, Faye. You can use the tent
I can use the
that I
what?
put up. I put up your tent.
Yes!
I did
I
promise
go to bed
that
very
before.
happy.
Okay. Each of you drift off to a slumber that the dead could only envy. There is nothing but peaceful oblivion until it is your turn to take watch. Again, the night is still. There is nothing, not
So
even the
do I
creep of insects.
do I
You do not
start
need to roll.
by rolling?
You
Okay.
do not need to roll.
So my watch is
Ubo.
fine, or
And
Yes.
Forge. In the entire time that you've been in Barovia, it is as if there has been some form of veil, a thick woolen blanket that dims your connection to your deity. While Air has her arcane abilities that she has a profound connection with, you two are profoundly divine in nature. And in this night, when you expected to feel a level of comfort, guidance, wisdom, even something as simple as a warm breeze to tell you that what you're doing is right and just, or that it is the darkness before the dawn, you feel nothing. And that in itself is its own level of disconcert. The morning comes, grey and drab as always. The mill is barely visible through a very thick layer of mist. The sky overhead, once again, is a blackish grey, broiling mixture of nimbus, vortex, and long, spindling, almost clawed-like clouds that strafe across the sky. But it is morning. What would you like to do?
Okay,
So-
guys, listen, hear me out.
And I'm saying my prayer. I'm doing my prayers till the dawn, and I'm preparing my spells for the day.
Oh shit.
Yes.
anyone want breakfast?
Can every spellcaster pick their spells, which includes Air, Forge, and Ubo? All of you can change your spells.
Anyone want some breakfast?
Yes, please.
Okay, and the 5 temporary hit points will have disappeared.
Yes.
Yes, they
I don't. I don't answer tenderly because I'm mid prayer, but I do nod at you.
I'm by the way, just to clarify, I'm carrying all of the team's rations, but I think it's too much to hold for one person.
You are
considering what I'm
100% not carrying my rations.
Forge
no, but
is
like I'm talking about the team rations that we got given by the
okay.
NPCs. Like they represent one meal for the entire team. I'm also carrying some of my own, but I think 30 rations for the entire team, 30 days worth of food. I think that plus my tent, plus my bedroll, plus some personal stuff. I think my backpack is kind of overloaded if I have all of that in there. So, but I'm just gonna keep it as list so I can easily note it down. So I'll just note every meal we have. So
Well, not to be so cruel, let's just say that you need to figure out where that can all go. That's
No,
fair, considering
thank
we're
you.
talking about ration bars are the equivalent of, in my mind, they've always kind of been equivalent to like protein bars. They're very thick, very stodgy. You chew on them for about 10 minutes, hoping it would get thinner or easier to swallow, and it still doesn't. It's really thick and heavily packed. So it's very stodgy, I think, is the Scottish word, and I'm not sure what it is in English.
Yeah.
Is
I'm-
common.
Tendry is doing the best to make the ration bars better with everything he can get his hands on, but he doesn't really know how to harvest wild plants. So
You should
have an idea.
mix it with some of the wolf meat that we have.
you have wolf meat?
Mhm.
Did you have? Yeah, I'll
have
cook a
some
wolf
good.
steak for breakfast. Udo, you want wolf steak? I'll make you one.
Tendry, roll a wisdom check for me.
All right. Wisdom. What's my wisdom? Is it just straight wisdom or saving throw?
Just straight wisdom.
All right. 16.
Everyone who partakes of the meal gains 1d4 temporary hit points.
Ooh,
Ah!
nice.
Is that from the mess kit thing?
I will roll that myself. Everyone gains. Let me just make sure it is a d4 I'm rolling. Everyone gains 2
2.
temporary hit points.
Nice.
All right.
I have a question and an idea.
All right.
Okay.
Shoot.
I'm listening.
Hags. So hags are fiends, and fiends are what? Devils? Demons?
They're a type of devil.
Type of devil. So they would be working with Strahd, yes or no?
Maybe.
Perhaps.
Maybe. And she said something about wanting to spy on the castle. So there are two things that she never explicitly stated when we made our deal. First, she never stated that we had to deliver this, and I'll hold the trinket, in one piece. Second, she never stated that we couldn't tell anyone else about her plan.
She also never stated that we had to deliver it inside the castle. We could just put it outside.
No, we had to
We had to
deliver
be
it to the
delivered.
hands
We had
of
to deliver
her,
it to
the hands of her servant in the castle.
Oh,
Her
okay.
name I have written down.
The phrasing of that phrasing is unfortunately probably exact enough.
Okay,
Also-
fair enough.
So
If we destroy the trinket, if we damage the trinket, given we were
He
asked
might
to
not
deliver
accept
the
it.
trinket, it may
She-
be considered a violation of the deal.
we would still be
What we
delivering
could do,
it,
what we
not
could
in one-
do, hold on. What we could do is deliver it first, and then once the guy actually has it, immediately knock him out and break it.
Yeah,
We don't know how
that's a better
strong
idea.
he is. But
That's-
also, we have the invitation that will call us a carriage. And if she's planning on spying on a castle, and Strahd lives in the castle, we might be able to assume that she's going to be spying on Strahd or someone in the castle. So it might be worth telling whoever picks us up in the carriage of this plan, since it's not explicitly stated that we can't do so, in the deal.
I don't know.
We
That
should do
carriage
whatever we
sounds
can
really
for this plan.
freakish.
I mean,
I don't know. I have some I have like bad experiences with carriages. Okay.
that's a shame. Honestly,
Sorry.
I don't mind that idea. I don't think it's bad, but what is the benefit for us?
The benefit is that maybe Strahd doesn't know about this and her plan, whatever it is, it probably isn't good, as you said, they're hags.
It probably
plan
makes
can
them
be
angry
thwarted
at
in one
us.
way or another.
Let her finish, please. Thank you.
Angry or not, she still has to uphold her end of the deal.
Yes, she can't break it, but I mean, it will potentially weaken the hags and potentially strengthen Strahd. Well, not strengthen him, but weakening his enemies is functionally the same thing. If she is trying to
Well,
spy on
no.
him, we can logically assume they're probably not working together.
Right
Was
now,
Saul
we're
trying to kill
focusing
him?
on the hags and how to save the children, though.
The children will be returned to us
Regardless,
regardless. I would note that when we fought them, the hags crushed us.
Yes.
Had they not decided that they wanted us alive, we would be dead.
Yes,
Is it
but
really
weakening
worth-
them will allow us to possibly defeat them, and we never got a guarantee that they won't be kidnapping children after this whole ordeal is over.
honestly, the way they spoke, I don't think they were kidnapped. I think they were given.
Yes, I had the same impression, which is why I
I
agreed
think
to
they were bought.
the orphanage.
Well, yes, same difference, but
It was a trade.
I would like to agree with Forge to some degree because we're not really weakening them. We're denying them information which may make them stronger, but we don't know. It's do we judge the risk necessary?
I think so.
worth
Given
it?
the beast that rules this land, even a vampire lord, as far as I'm aware, of immense power.
Yes.
Even if the hags... I do not like believing in the lesser of two evils. But the hags are a more reliably killable problem, and we can deal with the hags far more easily than Strahd. And we may be able to, leverage our
There's
knowledge
no
with the hags.
there's no guarantee that telling Strahd what the hags are going to do will strengthen or weaken him, though, just as there's no guarantee that telling Strahd what the hags are up to will strengthen or weaken them.
That is
It
true.
will probably.
The idea here is that we thwart their plans in some way, and hopefully it makes them more vulnerable to us, because I don't think that we should do this and then forget about it, because they're going to get more children and they're
Shit! I
hags
just
and
fucking
we need
figured
to
out
take
what
care
they're
of
gonna.
them.
I just figured out what they're gonna do with the kids. They're in the condition they are now, but if they have some sort of binding on them that draws them back to the windmill, we have to go back there
That's
anyway.
why we can't give them back to their parents, because I'm assuming that they got them from their. She said that their parents were generous. I'm assuming that the parents gave the children as some sort of.
They might be under some sort of a gears themselves.
Exactly. We have to go back anyway, so we might as well do whatever we can to weaken them now. Right?
I think you're right. I agree. We'll do that. I think that's a good idea.
I'm
Okay.
sure that double crossing the hags.
It's not
And
double
the
crossing.
result.
We're not doing anything explicitly against their conditions.
We're never double crossing. You're not double crossing someone when you're openly an enemy.
Exactly.
We do this because we have to do.
The
Not
enemy
because
of
we
my
choose
enemy
to.
is my friend.
The
I
enemy
suppose.
of my enemy is my enemy's enemy. Nothing more, nothing less. The hags will be as much a tyrant as Strahd if they gain
The
power.
hags are a more immediate tyrant.
Strahd will
No,
not be strengthened.
Are they truly? The
Yes.
hags are a weaker tyrant.
The hags are threatening us right now.
They're a weaker and current threat.
Exactly.
I agree. Forge, I understand where you're coming from. We are not strengthening Strahd, however. We are acting against the. We do not. He likely knows they act against him in some way. We do not. This is likely a struggle between the two of them, and we are just the latest pawns in a long line of pawns.
I will point out to you that there is one thing that has yet to come up in the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
How did the hags get the letter?
That's a very good point. I was just thinking it, but I just gotta put it to the side for a second.
Yes, but that doesn't mean that Strahd knows that he's going to try to spy on their castle. And there's a reason that they can't go to the castle. We just don't know what it is.
It is beyond the purview of your current deal.
Yep.
Can I start?
I think
picking
it's
my
worth a
tent
shot,
up?
honestly.
I'd say that you probably pack up and begin walking at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, you can.
There's no reason not to walk and talk.
We can also try to break the trinket after we've given it to the servant, but we don't know how strong he will be, or if anyone will be protecting him. So I think our best shot is to, even if it's in vain, let Strahd or whoever picks us up in the carriage know that someone's going to be scrying.
Okay, well, we don't need to all agree to this now. We can discuss it later, but I am at least in agreement with you, Air. Mostly because fuck 'em.
Exactly.
Alright.
The winding
This
path of
feels
the Old
like-
Svalovich Road is winding, gnarled, and littered with depressions. Dank pools of moisture reflect the sky overhead like macabre mirrors, their shimmering surface black aside from the small blotches of white that reflect where the sun has its vain attempts to break through the obscuring cloud cover.
Ow, my
Can
ankle.
all of you make perception rolls, please? And I will ask for them individually.
Oh. Da, 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 da. 17. What?
Those that passed 15,
Haha, yes, I rolled a 15.
indeed, so you exceed 15 or above. As you're walking, some of the things and the details just don't seem to quite match. You know that this is the longer path around Lake Zarovich than you previously used by cutting around the far side and using the very narrow mountain paths and scaling the cliffside. Yet you seem to be moving in a greatly faster fashion. Where the road winds away from the lake, or where trees obscure it, when you once again gain a look of the lake, it is as if you have moved much further distance than you had or would expect to have done.
Weird.
It
Are we
seems
walking fast, Ubo?
It seems that when one is invited by the Lord of the land, he makes he makes it to expedite our journey as much as he can
Weird.
befuddle our senses and fill our night with terrors. He's just as capable of doing the opposite, if he wished.
That doesn't sound too great. Well, let's keep walking.
I will ask, is there anything that anyone wishes to do while they are walking, or shall I skip forward to the
Two
night?
things.
Okay.
So first, I want to point out that they never said that we'd have safe passage back from the castle. They only said that we'd have safe passage there. So something could happen to us when we're there. So we should be prepared for that.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm still
Second,
ready right now. Let's go.
if we can, as we're walking, I want to try to do detect magic on the trinket that they want us to deliver. If I can focus for long enough on it.
If I see an animal, can I try to throw a dagger at it?
You do not spot any creatures of any sort aside from
Damn it.
occasionally a swarm of ravens. You're more than welcome to throw a dagger at them.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Actually, I don't even need to focus on the trinket to detect magic. I can just sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of me.
Do I need to make like a sneak roll to crawl up to them? Or can I just straight out? What's the distance?
I feel like we should be doing one thing at a time.
You cast detect magic, and you gain the magical sense of whatever deal is currently placed upon you. And you can, with your detect magic vision, for lack of a better word, you can feel in your mind's eye a link between the trinket, and it's almost as if it's the center of the web. As spindles reach out and touch the heads of all of you in your group, with this trinket being at the center. You're unsure if the trinket in itself is inherently magical, or if, because it is part of the binding, it has become magical. You're not sure.
Can I do identify?
You get the feeling that this is the School of Enchantment. Though don't hold me to that. Might be something else, but I'm pretty sure that'd be enchantment. Tendry, you are playing around with one of your daggers in your fingers, strumming it between, and you see a flock of ravens lift from the trees and start to fly up into the sky. You draw back your arm. Everyone sees you do this with your dagger in hand.
Don't do that.
What
are you doing?
I'm hungry.
No, those are the souls of the dead people.
Really?
Yes.
We literally went over this like 3 times yesterday.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was busy thinking about, nearly dying. So I kind of forgot. I'll put my dagger back. Sorry, ravens. I won't do it again.
Okay. We continue walking, I guess.
Go if you see another animal I can't kill.
I'm gonna search for some of the stuff that I need for my Goodberry and
Okay.
food stuff.
Do you have
Can I-
currently the components required for that, or no?
I do currently, yes.
Okay. Make your survival.
Can I play a song again while we're walking?
Certainly. If you spot,
Alright.
so as you're traveling, you spot that Faye is periodically glancing at various roots and items
Oh,
and discarding
Can I look
them as
for-
she doesn't quite match what she's looking for. Hold on there, Jasmine.
Can I look for herbs and incense?
Hold on there, Jasmine.
Okay.
what did you say?
Go ahead, Tendry. You
No, I didn't hear what
that-
you said.
You notice
I noticed
that
that
Faye
she
has
is
been
looking at the-
periodically been picking up items and tossing them aside as if searching for something.
Faye, what are you looking for?
Mistletoe.
Are those edible? Those are you going away right there? Can I see if I can I help her look for mistletoe while we walk? And
I gathered you were trying to inspire her.
oh yeah, no, fuck yeah. Oops, I forgot I could do that. Shit. Faye!
Bard pickaxe you can inspire.
Okay.
I'm sorry!
Go ahead and roll
Faye,
d6.
Faye, you're the best. Find us something we can eat. Go! With a 2!
So you get to, so add 2 to whatever it was your total was.
25.
25. Looking around and scanning about, you eventually come across a sprig of mistletoe. It is enough for another casting. You now have 2 castings of the spell. Note
Can we
to
eat that?
people that we've changed up some of the rules on some of the spells. So Goodberry consumes this item, as Goodberry was a spell that was added in after Strahd became a module, and let's face it, it sort of defeats the whole purpose of resource scarcity if you can just go, here's a berry, you're now full for the day, don't need to eat. So how many uses have you got now?
4.
4. Alrighty. Now you can go, Jasmine, that thing has now finished.
Can I look for herbs and incense?
You gather that the rarity and what is required, considering it has a gold price cost, you will not be able to find something of that nature in the wildlands.
But I was able to last time.
But not this time.
That's annoying. Okay.
Shit happens.
F.
Is there anything anyone else wishes to accomplish while walking?
I play a very beautiful song. I play a very beautiful song with a 24 performance.
It is very nice.
I give everybody 5 temporary hit points just for the heck of it.
Okay then, your 2 temporary hit points now boost to 5 temporary hit points. Okay, so that is 2 uses of your Bardic Inspiration, Tendry. You only have 3 more for the rest of the day.
Alright.
You arrive on the outskirts of Barovia in a time frame that is most unbefitting of what you were expecting. You were expecting this to be a much grander journey, yet it seems that something has behooved you here. Ubo, you recognize the graves, the low wall, and the empty gallows that you saw your own likeness hanging from.
That was retconned. It was air.
Air. Then
Oh.
you're correct. You are correct. You spot the gallows, as I said.
Ew, gross.
You arrive on the outskirts of Barovia. The night is drawing close. What would you like to do?
Should we talk about what we discussed earlier if we really want to do it?
I think it would get us there quicker again. And the faster we
I
can
think-
get there, the faster we can be done with this business.
I think we should at least talk about what's gonna happen with there and all the possibilities.
Pardon, sorry?
I think we should talk about all of the possibilities that might happen whilst we're there.
By all means. Any particular
Like
coming
what?
to mind?
What's gonna happen?
If we end up telling Strahd, what's to
We're
stop
gonna-
it from
we're gonna
trying
say
to kill
Strahd?
us?
I'm gonna whisper, "Aren't you guys trying to, yeah?" And I like pull my thumb across my throat.
Sorry, you were saying, Faye. You're saying if we come to face Strahd, right?
If we end up telling him,
Oh, sorry, yes, I misheard.
what's to stop him from trying to kill us?
Honestly, because I think he'd rather keep us alive to toy with us.
I don't think that's a good enough.
Well, but
Nothing's
why?
going to stop him from killing us anyway.
Yeah, precisely. He could do it right now if he wanted to. There's no, and if we tell him, there's nothing. Why would he punish us for helping him?
Because he's fucked up in the head.
I mean, I'm not going to disagree, but
The
like,
thing is, he could kill us as soon as we enter the castle, whether we tell him or not.
The
Well,
looming
yeah, but-
effigy of Castle Ravenloft suddenly appears through the gloom. Lightning strikes its highest-most turret, and its ominous forbearance sheds the entire village of Barovia in its dark gloom. When you stand on the outside, you feel as if there is a greater level of chill suddenly creeping in around you. Once again,
This
you
gives me a
notice-
weird vibe.
Once again, you notice the level of damage done to the village, as well as the complete lack of any forms of life, though this time the weeping souls are not present.
Alright, Tandy will take a look at Ubo, breathe in deeply, ball his fist, and take the lead and go walk ahead and whisper to himself, "Courage, courage, Tandy, courage!" As he walks towards the castle.
Are we not calling the car? Are we not calling the
We're trying to figure out if we should or not.
yes.
Well, he probably. We have a letter of invitation, and
Isn't the castle right there?
the castle is a good way beyond Barovia, isn't it?
It is. It's up in the mountains, and it's
Oh, damn.
vastness and scale. You
At
could
this
obviously
point-
travel into Barovia and then go through it to yourself, but you could call the carriage.
Should we just
I'll
call the,
leave it up to you, decision.
calling
Go ahead,
in the
Forrest.
carriage changes nothing about our plan, about your plan. I will say that I dislike it because it feels underhanded and dishonorable, and that is not my style. But neither can I muzzle any of you.
Does someone call the carriage then, or
Courage?
Wait.
Courage, are you there? Hello? Is there
Wait.
a carriage in the sky?
Wait,
Hold,
What?
what were you saying, Faye?
Wait?
If we end up
Oh.
double crossing these hags, so to say, what is stopping them from dropping the children off? Because they technically have done that, and then taking them away again.
what's stopping them from doing that even if we don't double cross them?
Exactly.
their own deal forbids them from doing that because they, as part of the agreement, the children were to appear when you arrive on the outskirts of Valaki, they will appear
Believe-
to your custody from the mists.
I believe
Exactly.
the Fae said they were all stopping the hags from just wandering through the Fae's point. I believe was just stopping them from wandering up, punching us in the face, and taking them.
Nothing.
No.
No?
My point
We'll
is,
be better rested.
no. My point is, if we double cross them, what's to stop them from double crossing us with the same children?
The deal.
Yeah.
No, if we double cross them, then there's nothing to stop us.
Yeah, there's
to
nothing
stop
stopping them either way anyway. They could do that.
Yes, they could.
I
And they
feel-
likely wouldn't know.
Wouldn't they find out that we double crossed them immediately
Yes.
through the use of the
Yes, they
scrying
would.
tool, though?
Yeah.
It's
Well-
not double crossing because they never explicitly told us that we couldn't do it. It's not breaking the deal
But
in any
hold
way.
on, hold on. Once the deal is done, yeah,
We're enemies. again.
our safety is not guaranteed from then anymore.
It wasn't guaranteed anyway.
Hold on there. Ubu, go ahead. You had something to say.
I forgot what I was going to say, but I was just going to reply to the point of the moment the deal is done, we're enemies anyway. They know
Exactly.
this. We know this. Betraying them, and I'll give the air quotes, is kind of expected,
Exactly.
presumably, and we should prepare ourselves for the same.
Exactly. Just like they never said that our safety was guaranteed getting back there to pick up the children from the
spirit of
mist.
the law, or is the magic of the deal the letter of the deal, or the spirit of it? I confess I have never undertaken in such contract before.
It is my understanding that it is the letter of the deal. I believe I got that from my previous role last week. Last
Yes,
session.
it is the letter of the deal. Though there can be some level of spirit of the deal, depending on which certain type of entity you use. Because, again, that way of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Depending on which type of entity you're using and how they would manipulate that to their favor, they could use the letter of the law, or they could use the spirit of the letter of the deal or the spirit of the deal, depending. You gathered that hags were more of the letter.
They are going to find any possible way that they can to try to use this deal to their advantage. They are deliberately vague when they pick the terms for the deal so that they can do such things. And I believe that we should also play to that and do whatever we can to use the advantages that appear in the deal as well.
And telling Strahd what we've done on behalf of the hags gives us that.
There's
Won't he be mad at us
Why?
because we did something for the hags?
Under duress.
Does he really care about children's lives?
He'd be more angry if we did something for the hags and not told him the information that we have that could potentially aid him than if we do.
Mm-hmm.
You do
I
not
will trust in you then, Air.
know Strahd.
Do what you
None of us.
think
Hold on
is
there,
right.
Kendry, hold on. Go ahead, Forge.
Right?
You do not know Strahd. None of
Neither
us
do you.
do. No, and I am saying that we have a tyrant who we know little of him beyond gestures at the village around them.
Yes, but we have a
We know only that the hags have made a deal with us, and that they have taken the children, possibly donated by the residents of this village, perhaps in some belief that it might save them.
I have a counterpoint to all of this. Do you really think Strahd doesn't know what's going on in his own land?
exactly.
He almost certainly knows, and at the very least, telling him is a show of good faith.
Exactly.
It is. You may not like it, and hell, I don't like any of this either. I perfectly understand that, but I don't. It's our best option.
The very bottom of this issue is that we have a more present threat than Strahd right now, and that is the hags. Nothing is stopping them from taking the kids back after this deal is over. Nothing is stopping them from getting more kids. We don't know for sure what they're doing with the kids. Right now, we need to focus on stopping that. Because that's the only thing that we can control right now. We don't have the power to stop Strahd right now. We might have the power to stop the hags right now. We should do whatever we can to bring light back to this disgustingly dark land.
Well said, yeah. Well said.
And with those words and that level of agreement between the party, I think that's probably a good time to
Agreement?
go on. I think
No, it's
that's
only
a good time
half
to
an
go
hour
on.
with agreeing.
I think this is a good time to go on break so we can sort out some of the finer details off stream, and we can do it a bit more quickly than doing it through roleplay. That is what I'm going to say. So,
sorry.
we will be back in a few minutes. I'd say probably about 5-10 minutes at the maximum. Thank you very much for joining us until now, and we'll see you shortly. And welcome back. In our break, we had a little bit of a conversation, so I knew what to prepare and get things ready content-wise, but we're going to pick up where we left off with the group discussing about how exactly they're going to execute this very unusual deal they are now within. So I turn it back over to you guys. I believe that Air had just said something very morning lordish, and Ubo had beaky smiled with approval. So by all means, continue.
I believe it was Faye was making a comment
Yeah.
just before we
My mind's
paused.
not set. The whole group does not agree with what should happen.
Oh my god.
I don't feel like making one deal and then telling a different evil about that deal is any good in the slightest. I mean, there is no benefit if we're going to break the thing in the first place. Now, if we kept it intact, did our deal beforehand, tell Strahd, and then go back to the hags where they don't know, then I feel that that would be better.
I'm back.
Well, the best way of doing that then is to write a note now and then hand it to Strahd so he knows. Because, yeah.
What? Can someone catch me up?
Faye was basically saying breaking the deal. It seems like a reckless way of doing it. There's no benefit to that. If the hags find out, she was basically saying if we do it so the hags don't know we've broken the deal, she's all cool with it.
Yeah, then we can hand him a note.
Yeah.
That works, because there's no guarantee that they're going to actually give us the physical kids anyway. And if we don't go through with this plan and they don't give us the physical kids, then...
They're going to give us the physical kids because they are magically required by their own deal. That's what
We
No,
might-
they're
said.
not.
We actually realized we might have agreed that they might be giving the illusion of the kids that they showed us.
Because they said specifically they'll give us the kids as they are, and they were showing us an illusion of the kids.
They might
They
have
said
fooled us
as
there.
they are right at this moment.
Exactly, which
In
was
their current
illusion.
condition was their exact term.
The condition would be the same they were in right now, including the condition.
I would argue, you could make the argument that their current condition was not an illusion because the illusion of the kids is not a condition of the children, but it's possible that they can make that argument, make the opposite argument themselves.
They did specifically say though that the kids would come walking out of the mist at the place where we would pick them up and be given into our custody. So there would have to be living children for that to happen. Otherwise,
Well,
they
no, there
couldn't
could be an
offer that.
illusion of the children. Was the point? But I think
Yeah.
we might just edge this out, maybe.
Can they hand us over an illusion if the deal
Do you
requires a child? An extra
Well,
child?
because that, Kendra, you're misunderstanding. The point is, the deal might not require the child; it might require a facsimile of the child. That's the
Alright.
whole point.
Okay.
That is a valid point. I
But-
will note,
Yeah. Sorry.
we must face Strahd, whatever.
We must
Do you
converse
believe-
with Strahd. We are not bound to fight him, and to do such a thing right now would be foolish recklessness.
I agree that to do it now, but I do not believe, based on the note itself, does the note itself not say that only he has the power to allow us to leave?
DM.
The invitation to the dinner, I do not believe, mentions anything expressly about being able to leave. I think you have been able to gather that information from other sources, or at least that his
It's
quote unquote his servants can leave.
It's no, it's in the one that's in the GC that Ubo posted. It's my friend. It's the line. Know that it is I who have brought you to this land, and my something, and know for my friends, I would assume, or guests possibly, and know that I alone can take you from it, essentially.
As I say, I will have to look into that. I probably should have done that through the break, but I forgot about it. So
Yeah, I'm not. That might not be the exact right letter. Is the point there, Forge? It's just what I think is the right one.
It is also the letter the hags gave you.
Yes.
Which could not be a real letter. Can I open that letter and compare the handwriting found on what's his name when we were coming into Barovia, the dead guy?
Yes, you can, and it does match. It says, indeed, a genuine invitation letter by Strahd von Zarovich.
Is there anything definitive in the letter that says be addressed to the hags?
No.
We can hear Forge breathing now that his stuff is on the way up.
Yeah.
It's amazing. We've somehow made him pick up more sound, yet it is not louder. How does that work?
The gain is higher, but the mic has high resistance. I guess I don't know.
Seem to be. I don't know.
No. So we need to figure out what we're doing.
I think we should hand it to him in the form of a letter.
You may want to set your mic back down to where it was. Forge, it obviously hasn't worked, and that all we can hear now is you breathing.
Really, I can't hear him that loud. I can't actually hear the breathing.
You can hear fans. What
I can't
you can
hear
is
either.
the fan. You can hear the fans to my computer. Sorry, because it's a laptop and very compact. You can. I don't actually know where the microphone intake is, but I will have to set it back to automatic because otherwise.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry. Don't worry.
That's all you can hear is fan. There you go. Done.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, sorry. Continue.
I was saying I think we should hand it to him in the form of a letter. That way the hags don't know that we've told him, unless they're watching us right now. And
Go
that
ahead,
way
Faye.
he...
No, carry on. Wait until she's finished.
I thought she was. Sorry.
Nope, she was still midpoint, but
I might need to relog my Discord because I'm having some spottiness here. Is she saying anything right now?
no, she's muted.
She's muted.
Jasmine? Jasmine, you're muted. Well then.
Hey, I
Just
didn't
like-
know on there.
Yes. Family is being
Family is
loud.
being loud.
Ah, okay.
Ah, alright, fair.
I would agree to this if everybody else would agree. What does everybody
This
else
sounds
feel?
reasonable to me.
Forge.
Oh, we've lost Forge now.
We'll go. I will go with the majority decision.
Tangerine.
Okay.
Majority decision.
Okay, people weirdly creepily repeating majority decision, but okay.
Should we-
Okay then, well.
Do the note now.
Yeah, we'll prepare the note. Just outline it. Whoever has the neatest handwriting can write it. It
I'll do it.
Beer.
I get it. I like. Can you write the note, please?
Alright, I take out a piece of parchment and I write, basically, We have reason to believe that the hags will be scrying on you.
We have reason to believe that the hag will be scrying on you. Okay?
Yeah. Or scrying on. I'm gonna cross out you and put your castle.
Cross out you, your castle. Okay?
I'm gonna put a smiley face.
Add a smiley face. Okay then. The night is drawing in and the cold fog is sweeping in around you, now almost obscuring the walls of the village of Barovia. Do you walk into them and out the other side towards the castle, or do you call the carriage?
I believe we decided to call the carriage.
Okay then. Let me get that one.
Send the mighty carriage.
One second, let me just make sure I've got this. Right, it is those two. Good. In the valley of the mountains and the forest, the fog is inescapable. Ahead, the dirt road splits in two, widening towards the east, where you see patches of cobblestone, suggesting that the eastern branch was once a more important and more important thoroughfare. Hold on, something's glitching here. Coming down the road towards you, now coming to a halt at the fork on the road, pointed east, is a large black carriage drawn by two black horses. The horses snort puffs of steamy breath into the chill mountain air. The side door of the carriage swings open silently.
Fun. This looks perfectly safe.
No sign of anyone inside or outside.
Courage, Tandy, courage. And I get in.
I'll squeeze my way in.
If you wish, Ubo, there are kind of seats on the roof.
I'll go for that. It will just be easier.
Mm-hmm. I'm assuming everyone else will go inside.
Mhm.
I want to sit on the roof with Ubo.
Okay, onto the roof with Ubo does the young heir do with exuberance that you did not expect from the stoic, stern, prickly demeanored Dragonblood.
Curious
Once
glance,
everyone-
but otherwise says nothing.
Forge will sit inside the carriage.
Okay. The carriage follows a dirt road as it clings to the side of a mountain and ends before an arching bridge of mold-encrusted stone that spans a natural chasm. Gargoyles cloaked in black moss perch on the corners of the bridge, their frowns weathered. On the mountainous side of the bridge, a waterfall spills into a misty pool nearly 1,000 feet below, some of you remember visiting that said pool. The pool feeds a river that meanders into the fog-shrouded pines that blanket the valley. Eventually, you come to a halt, and as you do so, looking out of the window, you notice that you are definitely approaching Castle Ravenloft. The carriage takes another sharp turn and moves over this stone bridge into what must be the drawbridge of the castle. The weather here seems to considerably worsen as hail begins to fall. Lightning strikes light up the sky, and peals of thunder seem to make the castle shudder. Thick, cold fog swirls in the courtyard ahead of you. Sporadic flashes of lightning lance the sweeping clouds overhead. Through the torch flames, you see. Through the drizzle, you see torch flames fluttering on each side of the keep's open main doors. Warm light spills out of the entrance, flooding the courtyard. High above the entrance is a round window with shards of broken glass lodged in its iron frame. Welcome to Castle Ravenloft.
Oh, shit. As we were traveling, I would just like to have just raised my shield and put it over Air's head. Just to keep her out the hail. And then just ducked my head in a little further to the shell.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Alright.
I feel like royalty again. Or a noble again, I mean.
No, don't make me regret it. Now that we're here, I'll just hop down off the carriage.
As the carriage comes to a halt in the centre of the courtyard, the walls here are 90 feet high, but the castle walls rise even higher. There are doors in the gate towers on each side of the tunnel entrance, but are currently shut against the rain, though a howling wind seems to blow through the courtyard, making as if the dying screams of a young maiden.
Oh, how pleasant. Okay. Well then, do we know what was the name? Belfry? Looks
Bellevue.
like?
Bellevue.
Bellevue, okay. I guess we'll keep an eye out for someone who looks like a Bellevue.
So you currently stand in this large courtyard, and there are a number of buildings that seem to dominate parts of this courtyard, and then the actual castle entrance itself. There's a number of gate towers, and there is a large drawbridge and hanging chains. Drawbridge connected by a hanging chain.
Are we waiting on anybody?
Okay, I don't know. It's a drawbridge. Can I go up to the drawbridge and see if there's a guardhouse or something?
Forgive me, sorry. I seem to be missing a page because it goes on my schematic from K1 to K6 very quickly, and I don't know how I'm missing pieces.
Oh no.
So the gatehouse, there is no one in it. The two towers that rise up seem to have mechanical winches inside that connect to the chains that then lead out across the drawbridge. The drawbridge is very large, so there are a couple of planks that seem to have... So a couple of large beams, I should say. They're not planks, large beams that seem to be cracked and missing. You are safely inside the courtyard, though, perhaps because you have travelled in this carriage. The courtyard is split into a number of points. One is there's the centre court gate, the servants' courtyard, as you step out of the carriage, the horses and the carriage move off to a dwelling and abode that seems very sitting for them. And then you notice another almost forgotten garden. It is very much overgrown in the same way as it probably once flourished and thrived and then very rapidly died. The skeletal fossilized remains of flowers and trees seem to hang almost stone-like in their drooped state. Obviously, the main doors of the castle are open too.
I suppose, seeing as we're invited, we should take the main doors.
Aye.
Do we knock?
And they're open, so I guess we just walk in.
Okay.
That seems really ironic considering that vampires can enter permission, but he leaves his doors open for us to enter whenever we please.
I mean, what has he got to fear?
The ornate outer doors of the castle hang open, blanked by glittering arches of iron sconces. 20 feet inside the castle is a second set of doors.
Is what, sorry?
There's a second. So this is there's a second set of doors that are slightly smaller, set 20 feet inside. These much grander, larger, heavy oak doors perhaps are more defensive than entryway-esque. The next set of doors are the true entryway.
Okay. I will walk up, and upon not seeing any servants or anything, I'll just knock.
The doors suddenly open in front of you before you have the chance to knock, revealing a grand hall filled with the sound of organ music. Give me 1 second, it continues onto the next page. Or not. It says it does, but it doesn't.
So rude.
Okay, apparently it doesn't.
Cool. He's just a room of no description.
Like, yeah, no, that's...
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm merely amused by the lack of description for that room in the book. Okay.
Oh, no, here it is. Overhead in the vaulted entry foyer, 4 statues of dragons glare down. Their eyes seem to flicker in the torchlight.
No. Okay. All right.
That's everything you... Yeah, so it's... You come... The courtyard itself is where you got dropped off and the carriage moved off to another side. You elected not to look into any of the other buildings and headed straight for the main castle doors. Large defensive castle doors are held open and there was a smaller set of doors slightly inside. Moving into this sort of vestibule, portio, whatever you want to call it, you were going to knock on the next set of doors that swing open for you. Inside that chamber, though, you can spot a number of statued dragons staring down at you.
Oh, lovely.
Okay.
That's some fine craftsmanship.
You do hear beautiful, hauntingly charming organ music.
Oh,
If
there's a
anyone
point.
wishes
Does anyone
to-
actually?
Go ahead.
I see. There's a point. Does anyone actually wish to go check the servants' quarters for the servant Bellevue?
I mean, we might as well... I do not like that the doors magically swung open for us.
Can I see if I recognize the music?
You do. It is the much grander, full song to a child's rhyme that you have heard many a time.
What is the child's rhyme?
If you wish to imagine Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean, and when the organ music crashes and moves and seems to moan in accompanying harmony with the wind and the lightning. The song is the same child song you all have heard, except perhaps Forge, actually. You have all heard at various points.
Forge definitely hasn't heard any songs yet that you've told me of.
Does anyone remember the song?
I remember the tune.
I mean, this Henry doesn't.
Well then you do not recognize it. Then you do not know the words to the song.
I mean, I actually know a bit of the words.
Well, you do not hear them right now. There is no singing. It is just this much grander version, this continued melody.
But this Henry hasn't actually heard them. I think that was
I know.
before he.
And unless someone else tells you that they recognize it and tells you the words, this Tenry does not know them. That is my point.
Exactly.
I'm trying to elude that I cannot tell you what the words are because I'm not... Sorry. Compose. I am the DM.
Or are you?
I don't
My
know.
last girlfriend told me I was too mysterious. Or did she?
Anyway.
Ring around the rosy, around
So-
the campfire, the dark powers. No, that's not it either.
He sees you. No.
Hmm.
I don't quite remember it, but
Never mind.
unimportant for now. Let us move forwards. Yes.
So you're heading forwards, or are you heading back outside to check the
Yeah, I was going to
servants?
say, do we want to quickly find that servant? Get that
Maybe.
done and out of the way before we have our meeting with Strahd. 'Cause
Yeah,
we need to do it.
perhaps.
Okay. Quickly jumping back outside. This courtyard at northeast of the keep, enclosed by a low, enclosed by not low, it is towering walls, a stone carriage house with hanging wooden doors stands silent in the corner where the outer walls pull across, where the outer walls meet. Across from the carriage house, a slender wooden door reinforced with iron bands leads into the keep.
Yeah, you can take the lead.
Oh man. Okay. Of course. I'm in
could
the
take
lead.
I mean, I don't normally know my way around these sorts of places. I
Let's
don't exactly
go.
get much
I can
cause to come
also
here.
help you move.
Walk.
So you're heading in through the servants area, or are you going through the main entranceway?
We'll go through the servants area, right? We're like Bellevue.
Mhm.
Yes. No. Okay. Yes.
Yes, that is where we're going. Yes.
Alright, give me 1 second. As you go to reach and push on the door, it is jammed. The door seems to be somewhat swollen with old age.
Well, do we go with the bardic knock or the barbarian knock?
We should go with the Elsa knock and go like the. Do you want to build a snowman?
All right. No, bardic knock it is. Do knock.
I'm gonna have to use Arachnoid,
What?
sorry.
Wait, there was a knock
That
from
was
the other
real.
side of the
As
door.
you go up and gently wrap your knuckles upon the door and wait, there is a very, very loud.
If we had Everest, we could fly above the door and see what's inside.
Well, we had a long rest. Could we have said you resummoned them?
I don't
Yeah.
have the materials.
Oh, right. Okay.
Do
Hey,
you wish to try and push the door, or are you just going to stare at
Oh
it
yeah,
as if it
I'm
is
a
something
push the
that
door
you-
next because.
I'll help push the door.
Okay then, roll an athletics, please.
Does he get advantage because I'm helping, or do I have to?
Certainly, roll with advantage.
Wonderbar. Diolch yn
He's
fawr.
pushing on the door, and I'm pushing on his shell. Extra push.
22.
Sorry, small building situation.
How much, sorry?
22.
22.
Yeah.
You shoulder your way through, and dim light filters in through a dust-caked window in the west wall. The door next to the window leads to the castle's northeastern courtyard, which you've just come through, and oh Jesus, big gap. And everything in the room is coated with dust, including a large, heavy table in the center of the floor. A thick book lies open on the desk with an inkwell and quill next to it. There is a broken door in the north wall, and a staircase in the south wall plunges into darkness. On each side of the staircase, a skeletal figure draped in gleaming chainmail stands sagging at attention, holding a rusty halberd.
Is that a skeleton? Is that a skeleton guard? Does that look like it might be undead but currently unmoving?
Do you want to get closer and make an investigation?
It doesn't need to. It's my favoured enemy.
That would require.
I get the
Being
general
a favor.
If-
Primeval
if-
awareness, I
if-
believe you take a few minutes to concentrate and cast your awareness out, don't you?
one sec. Favoured beginning.
Yeah, favorite enemy doesn't allow you to just know where they are, but it does give you advantage on tracking them and other such things.
More damage against them too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So should I do it instead?
Yeah, it takes. It does take a spell slot, and it takes a minute. If you want to, but I don't think he's going to have his undead attackers, even if they are undead. Not currently, anyway. Bellevue, I'll call out, I guess.
You hear nothing except the very faint organ music passing through.
Can I go look at the book on the table?
Certainly. You go over to the book, and I need you to. Just kidding.
God damn it!
The book is very brittle, but the ink is fresh, and the quill lying next to it seems to have been recently added. At the top of the book's page says, "Please register for your own convenience and that of your next of kin."
Oh,
The book is
jeez.
more than half full with names, all of them currently illegible.
Illegible how? Scribbled out or in a different
As in,
language?
they have faded and are illegible.
Okay.
But there's
That's
fresh
all I
ink.
can read from it?
One at a time there, sorry?
You go ahead,
No, it's fine.
I was just saying, you said there's fresh ink, but the names are faded. So the fresh ink is the words at the top, and then the names are faded. Is that correct?
So there's an inkwell, and the inkwell is fresh as well as the quill.
Oh, okay, all right. So
As well as
there's
the quill.
fresh ink. Yeah, okay. Oh, gotcha.
That's all I can read on it. And if I flip the pages,
They begin to crumble to dust.
oh,
Yeah, that's not surprising.
can I freeze them before they crumble with frosty hands?
You blast the book with your
No!
hands.
Never mind.
It is as if your conscience in the back of your mind goes, "I just thought of something really daft."
I didn't think that it was daft. You just made it sound daft.
Frosty Hands is not a spell. Ray of Frost
It-
does 1d8
okay.
cold damage to something.
Should we have a quick look around, see if we can find this servant, and if we can't, I guess we check somewhere else.
Sure.
I give the side eye to that skeleton as we go past it.
Okay. There is a staircase that descends.
I'm doing the primeval awareness, by the way, Juicy.
Okay, they are not undead. They are just skeletons. You go over to them and you realize that they are held together by wire frame, and the halberds in their grasp are well maintained as well as the chain.
Are any undead within 5 miles?
Many, but your primeval awareness, I believe, is somewhat blocked by the quantity of thick stone that this castle is created from. If you're out in the open, you would be able to detect where they are, but in here you can kind of get a narrow beam out through the doors. You do not gain any symbols of undead in reachable vicinity.
Okay.
Would
I'm gonna relay that to the party. There's no undead nearby, as I can tell.
you've got
from
two
even
choices.
awareness
You
goes
have
up to a mile in radius. It's not blocked by buildings.
No, it's not.
Okay. You take psychic damage because of the amount of undead that's are here, or
Lel.
you allow me to be fair with what's going on. Because if you
Fair
recall,
enough.
the Revised Ranger is also out after, so I'm saying that it would be blocked in the same way as the Paladin's check for undead. His one is, it's just yours is a bigger beacon that can be attuned to other things.
That's fine. I just thought you might have been confusing it with a different spell. My apologies.
It's quite alright.
Okay. I will cast light on myself. Blink, big glowy shield. I guess we head downstairs then.
Okay, you're heading downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on. This is so annoying. So when you search through documents, normally it is completely fine with you typing in something, and I know that's what it is because I have it copied and pasted, but for some reason it doesn't want me to quickly go to the area I want to go to. Oh, hold on.
I can imagine it to be very frustrating.
Yes, it is rather. Right. It's here somewhere. I know it's here. Here we go. You travel down the stairwell for about 50 feet, the sounds of the storm beyond becoming muted and silent. This hall ends in a dead silence. Heavy beams support a sagging 10-foot high ceiling. Fog clings to the floor, obscuring everything that lies less than 3 feet above. A giant shadow lurches across the ceiling as a dark figure shuffles purposely down the corridor towards you.
Hold there.
Hail and well met.
Do they stop?
You see their shadow kind of cock its head, and then it's as if the most ungainly gait of some person you have ever met. It is stumbling, rolling, knotted, a bit jerky. It's as if his limbs don't want to work, or its limbs, I should say, don't want to work in accord with one another. It continues down the hallway towards you.
I'll walk towards it.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello.
What language is that?
I don't think it was one.
Appearing from the gloom is a creature of hideousness and nightmarish concoction. Standing at about 4 foot 9 inches tall, though probably actually no, he wouldn't be a bit short. He looks a little bit shorter than that because he's got a hunched over deformity to him. He is horrible. The left side of his face is covered in lizard scales, but yet he has the ears of a panther. His left foot is almost like a duck's foot with webbed toes spread wide. The other foot is that of a horse and clops as he walks. His arms have patches of black dog fur all over them. And as he comes into view with all of you, what are you doing here?
What?
No. Yes, me and your rooms.
We look for someone. What is your name?
Who are you? You a guest of the master?
Yes.
Jump in your rooms then.
What? Are you Bellevue?
Jump in your rooms. Why are you doing down here? No. Got a feast to prepare. And he starts hitting his head in irritation.
Forge is
Okay,
going to try and
Smeagol,
stop
calm
him
down.
hitting himself. Forge is going to try and stop him hitting himself.
It's fairly easy. He's not that strong.
Whoa, friend. Whoa, calm down.
If you tell us your name, we'll get out of your hair and go to our rooms. Sound fair?
To retire to your room in the tower. Get me down here. Who are you?
Who are
My
you?
name's me.
Guess
Yeah.
Count Strahd von Zarovich?
No, I am me. Who are you?
I'm also me.
He starts making
Isn't that
these
weird
horrible
that we're both
sounds.
me?
Was
He
your
starts making
name?
horrible sounds.
Can I cover his mouth?
He bats you away as if trying to avoid you touching him.
Was your name once Bellevue?
And his eyes, which you realise are now mismatched, seem to scan around. Yes? No. Maybe. Cyrus Bellevue. Me?
It's him.
Can I roll insight?
Yeah.
Do you
Sure,
need
that's a
to?
good idea.
Go ahead.
Thank you. 21.
Go on. He's insane. But he does seem to
Is
say
he,
the
is he
truth.
W? Okay.
Seems to be. You should come to the room. You should come. Come. And he starts
You've
walking
got-
away from you guys down the
Go.
corridor.
Hold there. Quickly.
Come.
I am coming, but I also wish to give you something.
Stay close.
So wait.
I will. You have the thing?
Wait. I want to ask you a question first.
Oh, okay.
He leads
follow
you
him to the
through
room?
the south door. As he does so, he pauses at a point seemingly at random down the corridor and starts to giggle to himself.
What are you so excited about?
Nothing. You won't get it.
Nothing. Really?
You won't get it.
I actually happen to have an excellent sense of humor, so I think you should tell me and I'll tell you a joke in return.
No.
Can we just
Then
give the man
moves-
the thing?
He then moves forward and moves onto a patch on the ground, looks at it, steps back, and moves over to one of the walls where there's like a statue or like a suit of armor, which he then lifts up and like just tosses into the patch. As it does so, these large portcullis bars slam shut, and almost instantly, the entire half that section of the floor suddenly shoots upwards. And as he stands there, he waits for a moment, and then you see a large stone block come tumbling down and land on the other side. But it seems to like magically slow as it reaches the ground floor before gently thunk, and you've probably not seen something more solid in your life.
Why? What is this big rock?
Elevator.
It's a really low-class elevator. It's pretty subpar.
Later.
He
Sure.
starts hitting his head.
So, calm down. It's not my fault you have a shitty elevator.
Can we stop
No, I think
taunting the
that's
poor
just-
man? And just finish our business with this, and then go see our host. I don't think we're going to get much. Well, maybe, but
I want to know what business the hags have with him.
then ask.
I don't think we're.
What business
I
do you
need
have with the
all to make
hags?
wisdom saving throws, please.
Yep. Fail. Probably 10.
Oh, where's my wisdom?
12.
23.
Faye, Forge, what'd you get?
Faye got 19.
Now, just. God. Sorry, my brain has just completely Sorry, I just dissociated quite hard. I rolled a 19 on the dice.
Okay, so, as you watched one half of the hallway shoot up and this large stone come down, the section that you're now standing on slams shut, and everyone who got below a 15, you take a deep breath in of some form of mist that suddenly exudes from this area, and you all fall. Those that get less than a 15 fall asleep, and will need initiative when I get back.
Holy shit, why?
Great.
We're gonna die!
God damn it.
They said we had safe passage delivering the item to him. We haven't delivered it, so...
Yeah, well, just listen. No, the exact wording was put it in
Everyone
his
roll
hand.
initiative so we have it ready.
Oh my god, Robin.
What?
I will now repeat myself. The exact wording was get it into his hands. Literally put it in his hands. Literally, as your first turn, give him the thing. Straight away. Get that done.
We haven't... This isn't safe passage. They've broken their...
No, okay. No, they never guaranteed that. They said the letter would guarantee us safe passage. We just need to give the guy the thing and fuck off. We don't care about anything else. I appreciate you want to know what his deals with the hags are. Complete the deal first, kill the things, whatever that is, and then we'll ask questions if we still can. Sound good?
Yes, but as soon as we give it to him, we won't have safe passage at all anymore because we
don't.
We're
The
granted
safe passage is not part of the deal. It never was. It was granted by us having the letter. And if it was, then the deal is broken, and we'd know about that. They would immediately suffer the consequences. But I'm pretty sure it was just by the letter. And it was never officially part of the deal. JC can confirm or deny that once he's back.
But yeah, like the safe passage was from the letter. They're offering us the letter of safe passage was their way of was one of the ways they got us to do the deal with them.
Forge, you got real quiet there.
Sorry, bent down. I'm to shift a mug. Right. As far as I understand it, the letter of safe passage was basically that we have a way of ensuring you get to Castle Ravenloft safely.
We're in the castle.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Is no longer part of the deal anymore. The moment we entered,
yeah,
so
basically,
we just need to give the guy the thing because we're not regardless.
And then he can kill us, though.
The safe passage to Castle Ravenloft. Yes, we are at Castle Ravenloft. That part, even if it was part of the deal, which it wasn't, it's over now.
Yeah.
So,
we just need to give this guy the necklace and fight the fate off whatever is about to try and stab us in the face.
Yes. That is what we need to do. Because that will complete the deal for our part, and then it doesn't matter anymore because then us fighting back doesn't break the deal.
Yep. as long as we give him the thing, we don't break the deal. If we kill him first, that's probably considered a breach of the deal.
And as long as we put it in his hand, it doesn't matter.
Well, put it in his hand. Just do it first, get it out of the way. There's no risk taken, and we can just do it, and then you can wake us up or something. I don't know.
To be fair, I am definitely still conscious, so...
Okay, so, at the very top of the initiative, as the bars close and the gas secretes, Cyrus says, "Oh, hold your breath." But it's too late, and already Ubo, Tindri, and I think that's probably that's it, go and fall asleep. What was the initiative there?
Hang on, let me just roll all my... Let's just see.
I believe mine was 12.
Well, why didn't you fucking roll it already? I asked you.
Mine was a natural 20, downgraded to 19.
Okay, can someone track it in initiative for me?
Faye, you only got 10?
Yeah.
So it goes Forge at top, then the air. What did the guy get?
He goes first.
Do the sleeping people roll?
We're still in initiative once we're woken up, so it'll be easier for us to roll now.
What did the guy roll? So I can
He
put the
goes
numbers
first.
in.
He goes first.
So
Whatever it is you got, he got one more. It says he goes first.
okay.
Fair enough.
Forge got 19. What did you get, Mask?
2.
Oh, I put 12. Faye got 10. Two. Here we go.
No.
Okay, that's the initiative.
Alrighty, so who goes after he gives the far too belated, "Oh, hold your breath"?
Forge.
Forge.
Yep.
You're up. The little creature known as Cyrus Bellevue simply said, "Oh, hold your breath," just as the bars slam down and the entire chamber begins rising up. It seems that the one half was triggered, and now the counterbalance is set. He is rising. You are now being risen up.
Cool. Well, I don't know what to do about that. There doesn't seem... I'm gonna basically poke Ubo really hard with a foot.
I think that is doable. Do
Does
you
it
use your
wake
action to
Ubo
wake
up?
him? Yes, it
Yes,
does.
I
Ubo,
use
you
my
are now
action.
awake.
Yay.
Don't breathe.
That was your action.
And
Then that's
yeah,
probably
that's my
about it.
action. I don't have an effective bonus action right now, unless I want to cast a concentration combat spell, which I don't yet.
Okay then. That is your turn. Who's next?
Me, but I'm asleep.
Alrighty,
And
Tindra,
me.
you're asleep. Next up,
Is Faye asleep, yes or no?
No.
I didn't hear you.
No.
You're up now.
Okay. Then I'll just poke Tendry with my foot, but I'll cover his mouth so he knows not to breathe.
okay.
With your foot?
No, with my foot, with my hand.
Tindra, you are now awake.
Next is Faye.
I'm gonna take the trinket that Air had, and I'm gonna give it to Cyrus.
Okay. You hand it to him. He takes hold of it.
That's my turn. Uber's next.
Do we feel anything do with the deal happen?
the deal is still in effect because your half will still be your half is complete, but their half is yet to be
of course,
completed, so
right.
you can still feel it. You do not know about the connection between the trinket and the focal point of the various lines.
That's
So-
fine. I was just asking, do I feel any different? But I'll just get up and go, okay. What? A little
Don't
sooner
breathe.
next time.
Sorry. He actually looks a little bit shamefaced.
We've been told you know what to do with that thing. I guess that's my turn because I don't have anything else to do besides get up. And I guess I'll pick up Tendry as well.
Okie dokie then. Oh, jeez. The elevator rises rapidly through the castle, and similarly, it comes to a slow halt at the top of the arc. Allow me just to read this part because I honestly didn't think you would come this way. I didn't think this would happen.
You're welcome.
Yep. Okay. The elevator comes to a halt at the top, and Cyrus squats down low and then leaps up and grabs hold of something on the top of the elevator, swings around a little bit as he tries pulling it, and eventually, with a hard click, a trapdoor swings open at the top. He then
hello?
clambers up and through it. 1 second. A few seconds later, the sidebars open up, and you are revealed into a rather ornate-looking room. Which I will get the description of in one moment, because it seems like this castle's a freaking jigsaw puzzle. You emerge as the doors open. You should come into a dark landing, 10 feet wide and 20 feet long. A cold draft of wind rushes down the spiral staircase at the north end of the east wall and whistles mournfully through the room before streaming through the stairs to the south. An ornate square rug covers the floor to the south, and set into the west wall is an iron-bound wooden door with a wooden trapdoor set into the. You've come up through there. Hanging on the north wall, above the trapdoor, so above where you are right now, is a framed portrait of a handsome, well-dressed man with serene yet penetrating gaze.
He's beautiful.
I bet you that's either Strahd or his brother.
Does he
Does
look
it look like Strahd?
familiar?
It does indeed look like Strahd, as far as I'm aware.
Does it look familiar?
Not particularly, no. It seems to be a youthful individual. The images you've seen of Strahd have been much older in kind.
Is there anybody in the room?
Just you guys and Cyrus, who is checking that all of you are awake, and then is moving over to a door on the far side.
Cyrus, where are you taking us?
Your room. You said you're a guest. Come to room. Guests
Yes,
should be
we did.
anywhere.
We need to talk to Strahd first. He invited us for dinner.
Ah! And he starts hitting his head again. I not say now!
Shrug.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Oops, he does he? The portrait on the wall depicts Strahd von Zarevich before he became a vampire. Even in life, he was pale. The eyes of the portrait seem to watch and follow you as you explore the area.
Are you going to take us to Strahd?
We must go back down!
Can I just quickly scan about just to get an idea of the room first?
Certainly, the room seems fairly nonplus. It probably is just simply meant to be a landing for the servants to get up here into the guest quarters quickly. Roll an investigation for me, Ubo. Hello?
He's muted.
My thing was on mute. Did I ask? Did you hear my thing about asking? I think you responded as if you asking about looking at the room. I think you did.
Yes, I heard that part, but I didn't hear anything outside of the whoop of the Roll20 going off.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, 17.
17. You gather that the rug and the portrait are warded.
Warded? The rug as well?
Yes.
Interesting.
Cyrus seems to be keeping a distance from the rug.
I'll just say, be careful now, stay away from the rug. It seems to have some sort of ward on it. Same with the painting.
You want to see the master?
Yeah.
I believe he would like to see us.
Follow! Stay close. And he starts moving swiftly from the room down passageways, corridors, and down staircases. I'm not going to bother going through every single room because that would take fucking forever.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do with that? And I point to the trinket.
Your gift! Mine!
What?
And he puts it
Okay.
on.
Yeah, but what's it for?
Mine! He puts his arms over it protectively.
It's just a necklace?
He looks at you incomprehensively.
I don't think...
I think he's like some sort of pawn for them.
Oh, yes, almost certainly.
Okay, Jesus Christ. Not gonna lie, this is a huge place. Okay,
Jason, I've just got an email from work I gotta shoot. I'm sorry, I gotta go sort something out.
okay, not a problem. Thank you for joining us. I don't see a huge amount happening in this. Well, we've got an hour left actually, so probably a lot will happen. But anyway, thank you for joining us for all you can, and we'll see you next week.
I'll see you next week. I'll catch up on this. I'll watch the stream and then catch up. All right, bye.
I'm not feeling too great. I'm also gonna head off.
Do you want to pause it here then and pick up next time?
Sounds like a good place to stop.
I think so. Considering you went right the way around and into places that I did not foresee people going, and I will admit that the Dungeon Master is not entirely prepared for this avenue that you took.
That's perfectly fine, man. It happens.
Indeed.
Yeah, I think
We'll have lots to do next time.
Okay, well, we have... I'm going to call this stream a little bit short, but we need to figure one thing out first. We need to know who got the play of the night. Both the NPC and the players. So, I think
Well, the
easiest one
NPC is very
NPC.
obvious.
Which one would you go for?
Well, the weird ass motherfucker, of course.
Yes.
The accent was so odd, like the way you talked when you did it. It was so funny.
I want to know
I
what
had
he
to
was
stay
laughing
muted
at.
often.
Okay, so we'll go with Cyrus Bellevue, the mongrel folk, for the NPC of the night. What about players? Who would people award it to?
Tendry for making the camp in the base and doing the food and everything.
Alrighty. Forge, who would you nominate?
I'm. I quite like. Actually, I quite enjoyed the sort of back and forth between Air and Forge. I think it was the argument about what to do about telling Strahd.
Okay. Faye, what would be your one?
She already said.
I did it.
Oh yeah, sorry. And Aaron, what would you say? So you've got one on Tendry, one on Air.
I think we all did good today.
Well, it is a tie, so that means that unless someone votes in the comments, which obviously you guys hope
Henry didn't vote yet.
Is he did?
No, you skipped him.
Did I?
Yes.
I didn't vote yet, but
you're right.
I'm
Sorry, go ahead.
having
You vote
some.
for the NPC.
I'm trying to think of who got the play of the night in my opinion, but I think there was a lot of really good role play, a few, issues with and hindrances in that, but other than that, I think we all did really well. So
Fair enough. Well,
It
there's
had
currently
to be Girly Scream.
there has to
What?
be a winner. So if
uh,
the people at home will get to vote and cast their experience and what they think deserves the play of the night, and if there is a tie, I get play of the night. So
You should message
we,
Max.
oh god,
we shall
oh
see.
no.
We shall
We have
see how
made a
the viewers
mistake.
go. We shall see how the viewers go. But I thank you all for your time in joining us. Sorry it was a little bit short, with some people not feeling well, some people low on sleep, and one being called away, as well as a little bit of confusion about where things were going, because I started reading into where they were going to go with one thing, and then promptly there was a change, as is the case of D&D. I just need to be more prepared for the future. So, with that all being said, thank you very much for joining us, and we shall see you on Sunday for Welcome to Raska's Campaign 1 and 2, where most of the people here also play in that. And be certain to check them out, because players and characters are losing their minds. Look forward to seeing you there. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye bye.